So Alex, we 1-1 draw at Chasetown today, but before we get into the match itself, obviously you're sat in the hot seat today in the dugout with David and his family have had a bereavement this week, so just offering the deepest condolences from our club and from you guys off the pitch, on the pitch as well.
Yeah, I know the lads in the change room as well. Send the best wishes to Sam and David and the Fish family. And to wish them all the best. Tough time.
And like I said, a 1-1 draw today. Tough game against a good opposition, but you've got to be pleased with the point.
Yeah, I think a point's probably a fair result. I think the first 20 they definitely had the fair share of the play. Finn's made a couple of really good saves. There was one-on-one that kept us at 0-0 at the time, and then really after that, I think after about half an hour, we probably got his foot on the ball, and weirdly just before we conceded, we'd had the best passage of play that we showed all half, and then we were a hit on the break, and a bit of a weak. I don't think we tracked the runner into the box. Unfortunately went 1-0 down, but then a good reaction. The penalty were a pen. I'd question whether or not it should have been a red card, to be honest. But it's so it was good coming at 1-1, and then second half, I think we were really good value for it. Second half, I think we finally got the ball down. We had no grey areas now. We played with real sort of game plan and understanding how we wanted to play, and I think we got it down more and they went more direct, and then point's probably a fair result.
A word today for Eric. He obviously wins the penalty, anticipates a mistake and does really well, but his all-round play today was excellent. Really worked hard for the team, and he's had a bit of stick in the last few weeks as well, so he's really stepped up and delivered today. Yeah,
I think Eric's his harshest critic as well. I think Eric he gets really beaten up if he doesn't score, whereas what we're trying to say to Eric is play with a smile, and a penalty is as good as a goal. And there's a couple of times he passed one at Trafford now, and there's one at Chasetown here where he's got us a pen, and I think he had a thankless task in the first half. I think what he did was really good. I think he tried holding it up, he tried running down the sides, and second half he really brought us into play. And I think one pleasing thing for me as well is that he got stronger as the game went on. Past few weeks really Eric's dipped in performance as the game's gone on, but today he just got stronger and stronger and really made up for Eric today.
You've already mentioned Finn and the impression he had on the game. He made 2 big saves, I think one in the first half, one in the second half. It's probably hard to highlight a single player out of everyone, but it makes sense today with it being his 100th game just to talk, and scoring the penalty, just to talk about Mason for a minute.
I love that word. I think with Mason really, I'm chuffed a bit. He's got 200 games. He's had such an impact. It's probably second season that we were here when he got young team of the year, or team of the year even. I think this season he showed his real quality and real class in how he plays. And obviously gets a penalty again today, but really in how he plays, he dictates play, he's the engine within there, but he's also a leader within the changing room, and he's really grown into the role himself. So no doubt that picture will go on his Instagram, on his Twitter. But yeah, he's a great kid, and he's made up. He's got to the 100 club at Moslem.
And his improvement's probably the wrong word, but he's been more influential in games. Do you think that's down to the way that we've started playing the last few weeks?
Yeah, I think we've probably asked too much from Mason at times, to be honest. We ask him to create the play, and then we ask him to run long, and we probably ask him to do a bit too much. Whereas we've simplified the game. That we want him to go and pick up in decent pockets. We want him to deliver the ball. We want him to land on seconds, and we're not asking him to be the main man. Mason will naturally at times become frustrated and drop in too deep, but really with Mason, what we're asking for him is to go and enjoy his football. I think he had a year last year where he didn't necessarily enjoy it. He had a couple of moves where it didn't really work out. But we just want him to enjoy it and and play with a smile on his face, and that's the best Mason that you can get.
And we move on. Tuesday night, another Tuesday game at Seal Park under the lights, and we host within Chasetown, who are a formidable opposition really. Thoughts on that one?
I've not seen how they've got on today, but we've got a couple of videos to watch, and they've done really well since they've come up in the league. They had a good FA Cup run. They've had some really good results. They're a good, strong physical side with lots of pace, and it's Seal Park on a Tuesday night is always a tough place to come. We need to make sure that we're there in numbers. We also need to make sure the fans are there. There were good attendance at Ashton on Tuesday night. Trying to get the fans back down to this Tuesday night and making it Seal Park a fortress really, and see what we can get.
And just, I suppose, last question for you, on a personal level, obviously not the right circumstances to be in there, but a really great opportunity for you to be in the manager's hot seat today. I think you've had it once before here at Marine. which obviously was a
Assistant
very
manager.
different result.
Yeah.
But yeah, thoughts on just how it was for you and how it was being in a different position today.
I think not too much differs in a lot of ways, because I think Fisher gives license to coaching staff to basically put their stamp on what they want to do. I think it was a team. It's definitely a team effort today. Obviously, we got the news this morning, and then we've asked him. Phil's sort of stepped in and done a lot. Johnny's done a lot, and everyone really has worked really hard. I think for us, I said before the game, for us it's important that we all stick together within this. It's not great circumstances on the way to a game. You can find out some news, but yeah, on a personal note, it's business as usual. We need to come in and get a result and make sure we build the momentum and keep going into a tough October.
Thanks, Alex, and well done for today.
Cheers, Nathan.
So, Alex, we 1-1 draw at Chasetown today, but before we get into the match itself, obviously you're sat in the hot seat today in the dugout with David and his family have had a bereavement this week, so just offering the deepest condolences from our club and from you guys on the pitch as well.
Yeah, I know the lads in the change room as well. Send the best wishes to Sam and David and the Fish family. And to wish them all the best. Tough time.
And like I said, a 1-1 draw today. Tough game against a good opposition, but you've got to be pleased with the point.
Yeah, I think a point's probably a fair result. I think the first 20 they definitely had the fair share of the play. Finn's made a couple of really good saves. There was one-on-one that kept us at 0-0 at the time, and then really after that, I think after about half an hour, we probably got his foot on the ball, and weirdly just before we conceded, we'd had the best passage of play that we showed all half, and then